What's up, Rasmanites? It's day 8 of the Rasman's Reality's 25 Days of Christmas. I know. What happened to part 2 of Scott Chill Pilgrim 1138's Christmas package, where you actually get to see everything and what everything looks like? Well, apparently there were some issues with the upload. I don't know what happened to it. I've tried it twice, and I guess just because it was really long and 48 minutes and over a gig, it's just not going to want to upload properly to YouTube. Even though there's not supposed to be a time limit, I think anytime you go over 40 minutes, it's a problem. So what I'm going to have to do is just force myself to have some time to edit today. So I decided to go ahead and upload this first, and then I'll work on splitting that into actually a second and third part. So that will be up later today. So for 25 Days of Christmas Day 8, we are going to be talking about Home Alone. You guys knew as soon as I got these from Brad that I would be talking about this, didn't you? Of course, how could I not? This, of course, the 1990 classic from producer John Hughes and director Chris Columbus, starring Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, and Macaulay Culkin. What can I say about Home Alone? It's just the classic story of the kid thinks he wants to get rid of the parents, but then when he does, he realizes it was a mistake. The parents somewhat think that they want to get rid of the kid, and they realize that they don't really want the kid gone either. So it's just a story of what happens and all that. And then you've got some bumbling, fungling burgers, but actually with a real reason that I learned from the special features on this. There was actually motivation for Harry becoming a burglar because he thinks Christmas has become too commercial and families don't care about each other anymore. They just care about money and trips, a lot like the Grinch. So I kind of wish they would have left that scene in, because it makes for a more interesting story. I think more of a fleshed out background of the characters, and not just these guys are heartless and they want to rip out people at Christmas. But I think maybe people prefer that story arc of the bad guy should not have a heart, so that's why they went that way. But I just found the story more interesting. But anyway, the transfer on Blu-ray, it has some slight DNRing, but not anything that took away from the film. And I think what happened there, it wasn't DNRing for the sake of ruining the film grain. The film was really old, stocky film, and it was the kind that, pops. How you used to see certain film pop on screen when you would watch it at the theater. And I remember that about Home Alone. This was the first one in 25 Days of Christmas that I did see theatrically. So I remember that about Home Alone. And that being the case, saw it on Christmas Day actually. So there are my memories in the middle of the review. But anyway, because of the age of the film stock, all they did was take away that popping aspect of the film. Because I saw the trailer upgraded to 1080p high definition on Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, and the transfer looked identical except for there was no popping in the film. So I think this was a case of good DNR and not bad DNR, and it doesn't do anything to take away from the film. Special features, you get actually a surprising amount of stuff, mostly ported over from the DVD, although there are a couple of features that were at least upgraded to high definition, because I think they were shot with widescreen high definition cameras, even back when it wasn't being done that way, because the Family Fun Edition was released in 2006, which was like right on the cusp of Blu-ray beginning to happen. The earliest Blu-rays I think were in '05, '06, and '07. So yeah, anyway, my point is that you get a commentary from director Chris Columbus and star Macaulay Culkin. You get the Mac Cam, which was Mac with a camera on set as a kid during the filming of Home Alone, which is awesome. You get a couple of making of featurettes, some in standard def, some in high def. You get Where's Buzz Now? You get the bloopers and outtakes and deleted scenes. So, a pretty loaded edition, and really, really happy that Brent said this. Just some of my favorites of all time, Christmas wise. And as I mentioned, I saw this one in the theater theatrically, or in the cinema theatrically, sorry. I hate the word theater, because theater is musicals and plays. It's not cinema. So I saw this one in the cinema, and then of course, like I said, I saw it years later again on my aunt's VHS, which she never took back, and I ended up just keeping inadvertently. So yeah, love Home Alone. The beat up scenes still crack me out. The Home Alone fall, the crazy physical stunts that you just would not see anymore. So let me know what your memories of Home Alone are. And Bob, if you're watching, which I'm pretty sure you will be, I'll still rewatch these again with you. I just wanted to get them knocked out for part of 25 Days of Christmas. So, as you guys can probably guess, day 9 will be Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. This program and channel, as always, is sponsored by Handi Enterprises Inc., your productivity and communication specialist. All company contact information is down below in the description box, and this is reality according to the Razman, and Razman style is not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.